Australia is a country filled with 23.13 million people. They are the 53rd largest country in the world. The natives are called Aussies, which was coined during World War II. This name was given to people of British or Irish descent. It described people who are easygoing. So how do we market to these Aussies? First, we need to understand their culture. Their language is unique. There is American English, British English, and Australian English. The Australian chefs are known for their fusion cooking. They take European dishes and blend those with the flavors from Asia to create their own unique cuisine. 1 in 10 people walk or take to public transportation to work. We need to take a look at their government. They have a democracy which is based on the British government. With that government, they are ranked 12th in GDP and only have a 5.7% unemployment rate. They have one of the most outstanding economics with high growth, low inflation, and low interest rates. The Australian dollar is equal to about 77 cents of the American dollar. Their government is very supportive of people starting new businesses. They provide tips, tools, templates, how-to guides, and referral services to help build, maintain, and improve their business. When taking a look at how to market in Australia, I began by looking at what social media sites are mainly in use. 71% of the population uses Facebook, with LinkedIn and Twitter used by 67%, and YouTube by 57%. These social sites would be a very good place to begin. If your product is meant to be sold business to business, then LinkedIn would be a good place to start. 76% of businesses said that they have had a lot of success selling to other businesses using LinkedIn. If your business is trying to sell to customers, then Facebook is the way to go. 85% of businesses said that they've had a lot of success using Facebook to sell to their customers. All 4 of these social media sites are used by people all around the world. If you have a product you're trying to sell to Australians, then using any of these social medias are a great start. It allows you to market to them anywhere in the world. But how about marketing to Australians when you live in Australia? On average, an Australian spends 10 hours online. 53% of the population own a tablet, smartphone, or laptop. 79% of the population multitasks, whether it be watching TV and using their smartphone or watching TV and using their laptop or tablet. 46% of the population say that the most app that they use is the weather app. So getting an ad on any of the weather apps would be a very good start for your business. Although a large percent of the population own a smartphone, tablet, or laptop, many of the population still prefers to buy a newspaper or magazine. Many companies spend 25% of their budget on their advertising. Many companies have been saying that they would like to increase their advertisement budget. The TV is still the most used in Australia. While many people still spend many of their hours online, they still like to sit down and watch TV. It has been said that Australians still like to go to Blockbuster and rent any movie or TV show. When comparing this to Americans, Australians may look like they're still in the early 21st century. Many Americans will stream a movie or TV show online or download it. Blockbuster in America has gone out of business, but in Australia, Blockbuster is still a very thriving business. Many Australians say that they prefer to rent a hard copy of a movie, so getting your ad on a DVD or TV would be excellent for any company. Taking a look at the common trends would help decide where, when, and what to market. For example, let's say we are a newly established phone company that is trying to market our latest phone. Our phone takes the best features and the most popular features from the iPhone and Android and combine it into one. To start, you'd want to take a look at who to begin to market to. This generally would mean teens or the college-age students who use smartphones mostly. So get your ads in popular TV shows and popular magazines would be a great place to try to market this phone to those teens and college students. If you want to get a teen to buy your phone, you also need to market to their parents. You need to show them that this is the phone that they would want their teen to be using. You'd want to place features in this phone that would appeal to a parent. Say, like the Find Your Friends app that the iPhone has. You definitely want to put this on your phone so the parents can put that in place so they can keep a watchful eye on their child. You want to be able to use these features and put them on the ads that you would want to show these parents and place these ads in magazines and on popular TV shows that the parents would watch. The government has put in laws to protect their customers. There is a law that states that any company is prohibited from making false, misleading, or deceptive claims about their product or service. According to this law, any company can also be held responsible for anything that any of their customers say online about this product or service. This law ensures any company to make sure that their product or service is at top quality. This law also holds the company to a higher standard. It holds the company responsible for their product if their product isn't what they say it is. Marketing in Australia is very similar to marketing to any country. You get in with the social media ads, TV ads, and in magazines. Creating that ad may be a little bit more tough because the government has these laws that require the company to actually be honest about their product. The government actually punishes the company if they're caught lying about their product or service. Coming from a marketer's point of view, I personally would love to market only any product or service in Australia over any other country.